Good morning, everyone. This is Sunny D. I'm with Ron from Ron's Appalachian Trail Shuttles, I believe you call yourself.
Yep.
Let's just say hi now. I had to switch it over. So this is Ron driving us.
Hello.
And then Matthew, who's all the way from London, England. He'll be starting today with me as well. And I guess we're on our way to pick up someone by the name of Michael. And again, my wife likes me to date stamp these. So it is Tuesday morning, March 11th. And I'll show you more as I get closer to the trail. All right, I made it to the arch at Amia Falls. I am going to take a shuttle up to the starting point at the top of the mountain, only because it's a beautiful day, though there is a big storm coming in Saturday, and I want to get ahead of the storm and get into town. But this is the visitor center, and boy, am I excited. We'll see how it goes. Okay, everybody, just got on the trail on Springer Mountain, getting started, and it's beautiful. I'll show you the scene here in a minute. The day is nice. It's breezy and cool, but it's supposed to get up to like the high 60s, maybe even low 70s today. So I may be in shorts here soon. Made two new friends. Rode in on the shuttle. One is Matthew, he's here from London, and the other one is Mike, who is here from Colombia, though he's an American that lived in Colombia. And yeah, so you'll see him ahead of me. They're younger and probably faster, so I don't know how long we'll be together, but we're together now. So here we go. All right, so we are officially on the Appalachian Trail, getting started. This is first mile in, and yeah, so up ahead of me we have Michael from Colombia, and ahead of him is Matthew from London, and then obviously myself. So it's a beautiful day today, as said earlier in my previous video, and we'll see how this goes today. I'm excited. Stay tuned. All right, so we're heading down into a very tree-covered area, shaded area. We're probably about a half a mile in, not too far, so just barely getting started. But I thought you'd like to see this. Definitely looks a bit different than hiking in Northern California. But I mean, I couldn't have picked a better day to get started. Today, the weather is beautiful. These two guys out in front of me seem to be really cool. We're enjoying each other's company at the moment. And there was a guy giving trail magic at the parking lot at the top of Springer Mountain. He was giving sodas and fruit, but at this point, honestly, none of us took the trail magic because really we just got started and it doesn't feel like we've done anything. We just wanted to get on the road. It's already 12 o'clock. Well, actually, it's probably about 11:30. And I'm going to try to get 10 to 12 miles today. So we'll see where that gets me, maybe even further. All right, so I'll let you go for now. All right, so we're heading down into a very tree-covered area, shaded area. We're probably about a half a mile in, not too far, so just barely getting started. But I thought you'd like to see this. Definitely looks a bit different than hiking in Northern California. But I mean, I couldn't have picked a better day to get started. Today, the weather is beautiful. These two guys out in front of me seem to be really cool. We're enjoying each other's company at the moment. And there was a guy giving trail magic at the parking lot at the top of Springer Mountain. He was giving sodas and fruit, but at this point, honestly, none of us took the trail magic because really we just got started and it doesn't feel like we've done anything. We just wanted to get on the road. It's already 12 o'clock. Well, actually, it's probably about 11:30. And I'm going to try to get 10 to 12 miles today. So we'll see where that gets me, maybe even further. All right, so I'll let you go for now. All right, so we're heading down into a very tree-covered area, shaded area. We're probably about a half a mile in, not too far, so just barely getting started. But I thought you'd like to see this. Definitely looks a bit different than hiking in Northern California. But I mean, I couldn't have picked a better day to get started. Today, the weather is beautiful. These two guys out in front of me seem to be really cool. We're enjoying each other's company at the moment. And there was a guy giving trail magic at the parking lot at the top of Springer Mountain. He was giving sodas and fruit, but at this point, honestly, none of us took the trail magic because really we just got started and it doesn't feel like we've done anything. We just wanted to get on the road. It's already 12 o'clock. Well, actually, it's probably about 11:30. And I'm going to try to get 10 to 12 miles today. So we'll see where that gets me, maybe even further. All right, so I'll let you go for now. Our first little water crossing. Go ahead.
Oh no, this is gonna be frozen.
So it's just very small, but there's a little rock. I'll be crossing over that in a minute, like they've just done. We'll be hitting some bigger areas later on. Probably not today, though. All right, I'm heading back. Here we go. I made it to the first water crossing. Continuing on. Okay, so we are coming to this little creek here. Not much of a creek. This is the direction we came from. And there's this little footbridge going across. So we're about 2.5 miles in, and I'd say it's probably around noon. And we're heading towards Stover Creek Shelter, which I'll show you when we get to it. We're probably not going to stop. These guys plan on doing big miles because they have limited time in the US. I doubt that I'm going to keep pace with them. We'll see how I do today. It'd be nice to go their distance today just to avoid the crowd and get out ahead of everybody and still get out of the weather on time. So that might work, but otherwise I might fall behind as I'm doing now. But we're having a great time. Weather's beautiful. Gonna have to shed a jacket here shortly. I have a light windbreaker on. And yeah, so here we go. Very wooded in this area right now. Trail is very well maintained, and we're at the early stages of it where everyone's on it, right? So we've come across a few people already. But even though there's, I think, about 40 people that started today, maybe even more, and then like 60 yesterday, we really haven't seen anybody. It's pretty spread out. So may not see too many people unless we get to a campsite that's packed. So anyway, here we are. Check in again soon. Okay, here's an example of a shelter. First one we've encountered. They have a bear box down here and sleeping arrangements up here. You put some tents. Mike's going into the shelter. They have an upper part. You can climb up a loft. Through hiking. So this is where we could stay. It's early in the hike, only 2.5 miles in, so we won't be staying here, but we might eat lunch.
Is the next shelter?
This is a video of the bathroom or privy attached to Stover Creek Shelter. And then the walk back up. There's a father-son up here. They're hiking the Georgia section. And I'm still with Matthew and Mike. So we're just had a short, quick lunch, and we're going to be heading back on the trail here momentarily. But this is just walking around this shelter. My first time experiencing an Appalachian Trail shelter, so this is pretty cool. Looks like they have some tent sites here if you need them. It's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, we're gonna hit it again and try to get another 10 miles under our belts, maybe a little further. But there she is. See you later. We did not cross this one. This is our next water crossing. Matthew's navigating his way across. There's Michael. You're gonna go down there and cross over?
Yeah. Never cross the rock.
Going to the beach? Oh, I see. Yeah. Cross the log? You can. I'm not a log person. I'd rather get my feet a little wet on rocks. Okay, so I am not going to be filming as I'm crossing, so I'm going to let you go for now, and if I'm right, I'll let you know. Okay, it's about 1:30, probably 4.5 to 5 miles in. I'm not really keeping tabs. I think I'm probably going to stop at Hawk Mountain Shelter, which is like mile 8.9, something like that. Might be wrong on that. We've kind of spread ourselves out at this point. We just had a pretty good climb, which you can probably hear from my breathing. And this is where we're coming from. And this is where we're heading. And doing fine. I'm a little overheated. Still haven't taken off the wind shirt or the zip pants yet. So at some point I might do that. We'll have to see. We're going to keep plugging along. So touch base with you shortly when I see something interesting to show you. Okay, so here's a typical blazing mark on a tree. So this tells you it's the Appalachian Trail, white blaze. There will be trees that will have blue blazes. Those are side trails that will either take you to a shelter, water, or just off trail to somewhere. And then there are other blazers as well. We've kind of spread ourselves out now. Matthew hiking a bit faster at this point. Met another gentleman by the name of Change. I don't know his real name. An older guy from South Carolina like myself. He's older. He's up with Matthew. And then met a younger guy. I don't know where he's from or his real name. His trail name is Wind of Change. And Michael is behind me. Michael's got quite a bit of weight he's carrying. So he's going a little slower. But anyway, this is what it looks like out here. We've been on a constant climb. 70 degrees out at this point. So I'm down to t-shirt and shorts. There's no wind back in here, thank goodness. And also it makes it hot. Obviously staying hydrated and trying to eat something. And yeah, feeling good. I'm gonna stay at a Hawk Mountain shelter, 2.5 miles out. And if it's overly crowded or I just feel like doing a little more, might go another mile. But I believe overall, that'd give me about 8.9 miles for today. May not seem a lot, but remember, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm not trying to get a lot of mileage right away. I don't want to burn myself out. So trying to build my stamina, and they call it building your trail legs. So building up my trail legs, see where that takes me. But yeah, I'm heading on, continuing my climb. I'll check back with you shortly. I've been in Hawk Mountain Shelter for about 30-40 minutes. These are some of the hikers I've been hiking with into Hawk Mountain Shelter. This is what the shelter looks like, much like the one I showed you earlier. It has an up and a down. I'm not going to stay in the shelter tonight. I'm going to actually stay in my tent. It's the low is going to be 49 degrees, so it's going to be pretty warm. There's a bear box back there. They have 2 of them. And then there's a bear cable system if they need it, if they get too many people. But I'd say there's probably about 10 to 12 people out here so far. You have some people over there. You have Change, who is just doing a few hikes, section hikes this time. He hiked in 2023. And you have a family or a mother and daughter over here in the orange tent, or two ladies anyway. And then you have a couple over here. Mike's tent is this shelter off to the left here, the big green bomb-proof shelter, pretty nice. My setup is right here, as you've seen in prior hiking videos. So this is me. It's nice and comfy. I'm ready to go. I'm not going to be having a lot of warm clothing on tonight because I think it's going to be warm out, but there's a handful of tents over here. Here is Matthew's tent, a gentleman from Wales. He has a nice big Durston tent. And then in the back there is Julian. Julian's from Germany, his tent. And so Julian is at the table over there. And then next to him is going to be Daniel. But having a great time. We're going to go down and get some water, and I'll probably end up using the bathroom down there at some point. You can see it as I head down to get the water. And things are going well. It's been a good start. I'm looking forward to this. I was apprehensive yesterday on the plane, but I think I've gotten past that. And it's wooded. This is just amazing. So different than what I'm used to in California. Look at this. This is just crazy. But just wait until we see some of these really cool sights that you haven't yet seen. I can only imagine what it's going to be like, and looking so forward to it. But at the pace I'm doing now, I should be good to go for getting off trail before the big storm starts this weekend. So there you are. All right, so he's done. I was going to say Matthew's going to demonstrate how to get water from the creek.
I can show you.
All right, so he has a filter straw. Oh, he's going to dump.
You're
wasting water.
I'll do a full demonstration.
So there's Matthew demonstrating how to get rid of water. And now he's going to show you how he gets water filtered. His filter is a little different than mine. Mine's not working as well right at the moment, but I'll get it working. So you want to get fast moving water, obviously, because the water stays cleaner that way, fresher. And yet you still have to filter it so you don't get Giardia. Giardia gets your stomach really bad, so you don't want that. And then, I think that's what they call it. And there he is drinking out of his straw. He can literally drink right from it. Michael has a different setup. He has a sea knock bag he's going to fill up, and he's going to hang it from this branch to filter. So. You can step around on rocks, I'm sure. Yeah, you got it. So this is how we get our water, and depending on how many bags you want to fill up, you have to filter all your water for your cooking of food and for your drinking so many times during the course of your day. So there you go. All right, now you get to see Mike's system of filtering water. So his system, he can just let it flow from a tree and it's filling up his bottles and it's doing a great job. Though if he wants to, he could squeeze it and he could go fast that way too. Probably squeeze it a little faster. But this has less effort if you just want to hang it from a tree while you're doing other things around camp. Okay, it's about 5 p.m. at Hawk Mountain Shelter. It's really filling up here. There's probably a good 20 people. And the weather's beautiful. I'm guessing about 60 to 65 degrees. I'm down to my t-shirt and shorts, and I've been that way for the last few hours. But let me show you around this camp. I've shown you a little bit already, but let me show you a little more so you can kind of see what I'm up against tonight, I guess you'd say. I'm going to get out tomorrow at 8 a.m. and try to get to mile 15. There's a shelter there. There's also a shelter that's no, it's not a shelter, it's a campsite at mile 24, and that's just before Blood Mountain, and that's a good campsite because 7 miles past that you have to have a bear canister if you're going to camp overnight because of the bear activity. Though things are going well so far, and again, the storm's not coming through for another 4 days or so, 3 days, so I should be fine. I've already made my arrangements to stay at the Green Dragon Hostel in Hiawassee, and that's where I'll get my stitches removed from my finger, and made contact with the owner, and they're going to get me on Friday afternoon, and I'll stay through Sunday to wait out the storm and get my stitches removed, get some resupply, and then head on up the trail. I don't plan on staying in shelter or in towns this long for 2 days, but if it's storming like this, I want to make certain I'm safe, and in this instance I had to wait until the clinic opened to take my my stitches out of my finger, so I had to wait until Sunday afternoon anyway. But anyway, let me show you around. Again, this is the privy or the bathroom. It's pretty bare bones I guess you'd say, but it does the job. Here's a little trail that will take you to the water source, a creek, which we filtered from earlier. A lot of trees. It's just unbelievable how many trees are here. But I'm going to walk you back towards the shelter, show you how many people are set up at this point. Again, there's got to be at least 20 people out here. Haven't met everybody, obviously, though I've got a core group of friends I'm hanging out with right now. The unfortunate thing is they probably won't be with me too long because they are on timelines. So they're going to start picking up their pace to get faster through this because they have to be home based on their visas coming from different countries. So I'm sure I'll meet other people as well, but you can kind of see the tents. There's some hammocks over there, but there's some tents over here. There is a bear canister there. That's not where my food is. My food storage is in another bear canister, but you can see some tents here. This is Julian, my friend from Germany, his tent. He has a Durston. Matthew from Wales has also a Durston back in there. I don't know these people over here. And Michael's tent's the one that's bomb-proof back there. Michael's brought a lot of weight with him. He's carrying a lot of weight, but he's a prior Marine, so he's used to carrying a lot of weight on his back from what he tells us. And there I am right in front of us. Super happy with how my tent's set up tonight. First time in quite a while. And then there's some people up ahead. Of all the 20 or 25 people that are out here, there are only about 4 women. But not that matters, but I just thought. And you can kind of see. Looks like there's a kid with mom and dad over there. So we have a youngster out here too. Pretty cool. But I'm just amazed at how close the trees are here and just how beautiful it is, how different it is from what we're used to in California. But I'll be checking in with you as I get ready to go to sleep tonight. And anyway, hi guys, I hope it doesn't bother you, but I'm going to let you just say hi real quick. Or not. That's everybody there. Okay, everybody, coming down to the end of my first day on the trail. As mentioned previously, I made it to Hawk Shelter. I'm sure it has more of a name than that. I can't think of it at the moment. Currently about 30 to 35 people camped out here, so it's pretty crowded. About 9 miles. Not too far into the trail, but a nice beginning to my hike. Tomorrow I'm going to get to Gooch Gap, which is another 9 miles. I'm pretty limited these first few days in terms of how many miles I can do, only because there's a section, again, about 20 miles up where you can't camp overnight in this section unless you have a bear canister, which I don't. So there's a 5 mile area, and to get there I'd have to push about 16 miles tomorrow, which I don't want to do. So tomorrow I'm going to do about 8, and then the next day I'm going to do another 8 because that will get me to mile 24 just before the bear canister area. And then I'm checking in with the hostel Friday afternoon. The storm starts coming in Friday evening. There'll be some slight rain on Thursday. Tomorrow's supposed to be the warmest day in this general area. Today it got up to the 70s, so tomorrow's going to be in the 70s, I would assume. Thursday, some light rain in the afternoon. And then Friday, I think continued rain. The rain starts getting heavy in the evening on Friday and Saturday with thunder, lightning, and the winds picking up to about 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour. Wind gusts, we were hidden by some hills today, so I didn't feel it as much. But I think tomorrow there will be some slight gusting. But I just want to get to town before all that hits so that I don't have to experience that right away. And I do have to get the stitches taken out of my fingers, so that's going to keep me in town until Sunday because the clinic's not open on Saturday. So basically I have Friday night at the Green Dragon Hostel, all day Saturday, where I'll do some resupplying and recouping, I guess, laundry, take a shower, all of that sort of stuff. And then Sunday, get my appointment and then get back on the trail on Monday. Some of these people, not some of them, all of these people I've been hiking with are in different schedules than I'm on. So it's not likely they're going to take that kind of time off in town. So I'm probably not going to see them again after tomorrow. So tomorrow or the next day might be my last day with them. And then they'll be on their way, and there'll be a whole new batch of people I'm sure I'll meet up with at some point along the line. But I know that at some point in the next week or two, I'll connect with people that I'm kind of keeping the same speed and with, I guess, the same pace. And so I'll make more friends and connect with them. It's been great so far. The trail community, these people out there have been fantastic, very, very friendly. I've met a lot of people. I'm one of a few that have trail names so far. There are 2 or 3 of us. The rest of us, not yet. So they'll get them, I guess, at some point. Now, I don't know how many of these people that are at this shelter are actually through hiking. They might just be hiking for the week. Some of them are only out for a few days. But it's been a great first day, and I just wanted to say thank you for following along, and I'm going to say goodnight for now, and we'll start fresh tomorrow. I'll show you again what it looks like in camp here as we wake up in the morning. So take care and keep following along. Thank you.